What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us again. I hope you enjoy this episode. Here with Capone. Man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to have you tonight.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
Yeah, shots are looking good.
Yes, sir.
Excited to get up into this.
Yes, sir.
So before every episode, what I like to do is I like to show a sample of an artist's work to give you context on who they are, who you're listening to, so you can kind of understand more about what you're hearing as you go into the interview. So that's going to play now. If you'd rather get straight into the interview, the time code is going to play on the screen now.
Moving at the speed of light dashing. Everywhere I go, I see these camera lights flashing. I know you not used to all this bragging, but you gotta understand the way I rock this fashion. Okay, I got another one. We finna go and start a parade. I got this Henny in my cup, mix it down with lemonade. I don't need your handouts, I just had to mention. I don't want your money, I don't need your pitching. I just need somebody here with me to listen. I just need somebody here with me. Yeah. Ballin' on these niggas, told my brother bring that back. Bridges hard to pull up for that money, so I sat. Pick up the bag and you know that I'm cashing it. I'm sending my love, you know that I'm passing. Got that in the back so many times. I drive it with the windows up when I'm riding. This shit is so precious, talking about the time. You gon' waste yours, please don't waste mine. Call me that fam, we don't switch sides. You broke the code, I didn't break mine.
And we're back. All right, man. So we're able to get a good talk in before this started going. Yeah. So for for anybody watching right now, can you give me just a little quick background of who are you?
Yep. So, W. Capone, Fat Money Capone, Capone or Cap, whatever, I go by any of them. From Decatur, Georgia. In the military, joined the military 2016. So I've been in for quite a while. Started music in like 2018. You know what I'm saying? I found a passion for it. And then ever since then, just been going crazy, going hard with the music, actually putting effort into it.
Yeah. I didn't even, when we were talking beforehand, I didn't even put two and two together.
Yeah.
So you started actually, you said you first went to the studio in 2018.
2018, yeah.
2 years after you joined the military.
Right.
Interesting. So what kind of spurred that?
So it's crazy because like before the military, right?
Yeah.
I had, you ever heard of GarageBand?
Uh-huh.
So I was on GarageBand on my phone, bro.
Yeah.
It was like crazy on my phone. But I think that's where I kind of like, it was like I was a junior in high school.
Yeah.
And I kind of found a passion. Like, well, it wasn't even a passion. I was just hearing the music that they was making from my city. And I'm like, bro, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can literally do that. And it was, so I got on my phone and it was just like, I was making my own beats on GarageBand and just recording off the little Apple headphones we had at the time. So you had to hold the mic type shit. So I was doing that shit and it was like, so I was doing that for a while. I went to boot camp and it was just like them 2 years, I really was just trying to find who I was and get my life together. You know?
Yeah, of course.
And then after I kind of got like settled and whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's when I felt like I can go hit a studio. But it was not until like one of my brothers came and got stationed with me.
Yeah.
And, we was just making music. And I'm like, bro, fuck it. We finna take this shit to the studio. Because there ain't no way that the shit that we make, we not supposed to be in the studio, or dropping music. So, bro, we found a studio and then we just went for the first time. After that, we just kept going. Literally.
Yeah. You and who?
Tino.
Okay, hell
that's
yeah.
That's my boy. That's my brother.
Shout out.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have to see. I might be confusing. Yeah, I've definitely never talked or worked with him, but
okay.
I probably shout out. I probably follow you on Instagram. If I don't, I will after this.
Yeah. Nah, shout out the whole Fat Money Boys, team. We a family. Shout out all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Who's all in there?
So you got Tino, you got Zay, Chaesar Zay, you got Westside AB, and then everybody else is like family.
Yeah, of course.
But for like all the artists those are like the main artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that's dope.
Yes, sir.
So interesting. I didn't know you had been like into beat making like that from a young age. I guess I didn't really know at all how it started besides in 2018 going to the studio. Yeah. So what were you? Did that come out of nowhere, or was it just like music around you?
Well, I'm from Atlanta, so that's like the music capital. You know what I'm saying? That's where. After, back in the days, after it was New York and Cali, Atlanta took over. So as far as music, bro, we got so many genres of music in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to different things, and everything is like, okay, I can hear some rock music that somebody made in Atlanta, and it might sound good to me. So I feel like just the culture in Atlanta just kind of gave me that inspiration, and just knowing that I can do it too.
Yeah.
It was just that was kind of like motivating me and kind of like pushed me. And just like the actual the sound that we have down south. Yeah. And it was like, yeah, that's what I like. For sure. I fuck with it. But as far as, so I engineer, I would like to start making beats so I can just do my own thing. But as far as me doing my own thing, I just record and I engineer my own music.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
It'll get easier, you know, the more you do it. But most definitely,
yeah.
But you take more pride in it when you do it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So after 2018, went to the studio first time with Tino. What has the journey been like since then?
All gas, no brakes.
Hell yeah.
No, so the journey after that, so it's, you know, you in the studio with the guys, you know what I'm saying? Everybody motivating each other. And it's like, once you feel like somebody is stopping, nah, bro, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when, you know, you hear a lot of artists say, I get writer's block. I mean, I believe every artist get writer's block, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like for us, what motivate each other is like, once you get that writer's block, just try to push past it. Like, just keep going. Exactly. Don't stop it. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna get writer's block, but some things that you might think that's your trashiest songs, somebody might like. Yeah. So if you made a song when you was on your writer's block, bro, somebody might like that song. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's what it was. It was just all gas and brakes. Just kept going. Since then, that was like the biggest thing.
That's so crucial. I feel like that's awesome that you were able to have a group that is, I don't know what the right word is, but like a collective like that where it just raises the bar so much. Because on your own, Lord knows it took me long enough to fucking figure out that one of the reasons why it took me so long to actually get started with the thing I loved for years was I was just on my own. So when I would dip, it was like I was working alone. Yeah. So the dip would just, you know, I would have to figure out how to get out of that. Right. And over time, after just starting to work, you know, making better connections, realizing, oh shit, if I was just with people in that dip, if they're not in that dip, I just cling on to that. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crucial. That's dope that you had that.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
So Tino left Island, right?
No, he's still here.
Oh yeah. You said it was Westside AB who left
Westside,
Island.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you three still working together?
Most definitely. He actually gonna be back down here in December, which I would like for you to meet him. Yeah. If we get some time, we'll find some time and we'll do something. If you still down here, you know what I'm saying, that'll be Christmas time. But so he left, but he'll be back down here soon.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, but we still make music. That's not stopping nothing. You know, we can still send like songs to each other, record them and all of that. He got a studio where he at, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So over the years then, because I feel like that has probably been one of the biggest things I've had to learn is working with people. Because especially as like editing music videos, shit like that. I'll shoot it and then I edit it on my own in a fucking room, you know. One of the tough things I had to learn was how to work with people and how to network, shit like that. Yeah. What has in the past 5-ish years so when you started jumping into it, what's been some of the biggest things you've learned?
In music for me is don't care what nobody's, you know, think of what you make, you know, accept criticism where it comes, but as far as like how somebody feel about the sound that you have or the music you make, don't give a fuck, keep pushing it. Yeah. It's always going to be a certain crowd that likes the music that you make, and it's always going to be. And when it's more authentic, when you make your music authentic, it's gonna be a crowd that really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And because I can tell when it's somebody making music that's just doing it for probably like the money. Yeah. But when you're doing it for like the passion and you're just doing it because you love it and you don't give a fuck what nobody think, you're doing it because that's what you like, then you're gonna have people loyal people behind you. You know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest thing. Just, you know, not caring what people think about my music. You know, sometimes you get humble. It's gonna humble you because it's like, damn, do I really suck? You get to thinking, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like maybe I can switch up a little bit of thing, tweak some things, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep my sound and I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just not giving a fuck, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say not giving a fuck. I don't want to say that because that's gonna put probably like the wrong direction. But just not caring what nobody think about, you know.
Yeah.
Your music.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like most people, at least any artist who listens to this, when they hear that, they're gonna understand it's not like I don't give a fuck about my fans or I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah.
It's like how could you, like exactly what you're saying, like
right. Yeah, I didn't want to say it like I don't want to be conceited because that sounds conceited. Like, I don't give a fuck. Nah, not being conceited, but you got some people that's just gonna say your music trash just because they like, okay, it's another artist, like another motherfucker. Okay, yeah, bro, that shit sound good, like you know what I'm saying? It's like that, and it's like, oh, this motherfucker, he didn't give me real feedback, but okay, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. Yeah.
I feel like that's a good clarification to make because I feel like sometimes maybe us in the creative sphere, we can forget not the context. What's the word? Forget that we're in a different perspective than people who are just viewing what we make. Right. Whereas sometimes a statement like that from somebody who's just viewing it might be taken as like oh, well, I'm listening to this, so you don't give a fuck about me. Whereas it's so personal, you know? And it's making art is just...
Bro, have you ever been in a situation, right? So I've been in a situation where I worked on a song from day to night, literally. And it's not because it just took that long, it's because the song was hard to me, and I wanted to put more behind it.
Yeah, you're just having fun with it.
Bro, and you let somebody hear it, and they like, oh, it's okay. Fuck, what you mean it's okay? This shit is hard. You know how long I was working on this shit? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you know have you ever had that feeling?
Yeah.
Man, shit. Damn. I wanted to blow up after that. I'm like, that's why I had to like humble myself, like, okay, well, if he don't like it, then who else gonna like it? But it's at the same time as I'm still drop the shit. You know?
Yeah. I've definitely had my fair share of humbling moments.
Yeah.
When I'm editing a music video, thinking like watching a tutorial, looking for this cold effect, and then I put it on or something. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And then the next morning I look at it, I'm like, hold on.
What about have you ever had any artists like when they see it, they just like, oh, I don't really like that part in the...
So I've had artists who want to go a different direction, and that probably means I don't like that.
Yeah.
But thankfully, especially because here in Hawaii, like we said earlier, like the scene out here, the community is just so supportive and tight knit. Mm-hmm. People are just friendly, you know.
Yeah.
Which is, you know.
That helps it.
People. I haven't had many crazy haters. I hear, but it's a good time.
I actually haven't either, bro. That's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Need a little bit of haters though, right? I guess just to motivate you.
I don't think I'd really be able to say whether or not. I don't know if it's good or bad. I think it's just a sign. I think it's really just like a test, honestly.
Yeah.
If you can let it affect you. Some of the interviews or whatever have had some people in the comments, some strangers or whatever, hating on the artist for one reason or another, and that I feel like that affects me more than. I don't think I've really had any hate comments or anything like that, but that always gets me riled up. I'm like, fuck you, you know, you didn't sit there and talk to this person, you don't know him,
right? And they just commented just to comment.
Yeah, that's a whole rabbit hole though. Yeah, getting distracted and everything. So earlier when I asked the question of like what's the biggest growth you've kind of seen or biggest lesson, I think I asked, you said in my career, and you went into it. So that made me think, okay, so overall in life, personal, career wise, you've had a lot of experiences that a lot of people haven't had, traveling the world, making music, shit like that.
Yeah.
What do you think you've learned as a person?
And just as a person, or like music world, just
your whole life. I feel like it's when you go to bed at night, you know, what like lessons are on your head, playing through your head?
I guess try to be the realest me, because I come in contact with a lot of different people and a lot of emotions from people, you know, and I got to, you know, traveling and doing different things, I got to meet and interact with a lot of people that come with different responsibilities, emotions, feelings. You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes it's hard to be real to the people that you interact with, while also trying to be real by yourself. Like you're trying to be real by being real to them, but it's sometimes it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But I think the biggest lesson is just like sometimes it's not being like you don't give a fuck about their feelings. It's just sometimes they need to hear that. So maybe it can come off a different way to them because maybe that's not what they want to hear. But I think it's the way you say different things to people. But just being real and being true to yourself. Yeah. I guess being God fearing, and I'm still learning. Yeah. You know, but I think just being God fearing the most. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm still trying to learn different things and still learning myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But most definitely.
Yeah, that's super valid, especially because in the military, going all these different places, the amount of, like you said, different people from all walks of life and everything that you'll meet, everybody's gonna react to something differently. Everyone's raised differently. Mm-hmm. So what's normal somewhere somebody might react differently to elsewhere. Yeah, right. That's a good point.
You got some people that'll laugh something off you saying. You got some people that kind of like won't say nothing, but at the end of the day, you know that it kind of like hurt them a little bit. Yeah. But
yeah, like a joke with one person, you make a joke with one stranger and they laugh hard as fuck, and the other next wants to fight you or something like that.
He's like, damn, bro, chill. I'm chilling, bro.
So, I lost my question there that I had. Damn it, that was a good one. What were we just talking about before this?
Things that I learned in life, just growing up as a person. One thing.
Damn it! It slipped me. All right, so I'll just go on to the next one, okay. And it'll as we're talking, it'll probably come back to me, and then I'll forget it again. So right now, in your position of life, what do you feel like is kind of most important to you?
Family, most definitely. I got people that's not blood that I call family. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, having that support from the people that you really love and you call family is very much important. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to feel. There's a lot of people that feel alone, but you don't ever want to feel alone. You know what I'm saying? Of course. So, and I'm not just saying go out and be like, hey, yeah, bro, you my family now. But you know, actually, you know, finding somebody that's genuine, finding somebody that really loves you. You know what I'm saying, and just making them, you know, a part of your everyday life, because they want to see good in you and they want you to be a great person. You know. Yeah. Greater than what they could be, but also y'all motivating each other, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Looking out for each other. So I think family is a big thing. Even at your lows, you can always call a family member, you know what I'm saying? So most definitely.
Yeah. I feel like that's tough for if people who don't know how to do that. You said that was a good point of, I got to go out and everybody like, oh, you're family now. Yeah. I feel like for people who are alone like that, it is tough. And like I had to work on this too when I started networking and realizing like, how do I draw the line between a business connection, some like a friend, family, right? You know, when I wanna be careful, but I wanna also realizing that like, oh, this is what I love, and like spending time with people who love this would be great. Would be dope. Right. I feel like it comes into a lot of having to have personal growth, you know?
And you can see it off of different people like that you come in contact with. Like you will see different things. Like you will see one person that you think that's your family, but they're not putting 100% in for you like this person is, you know, that you think that you really don't consider your family. But now that's when you have to go back and look at it like, damn, this man is really going out his way, or she's really going out her way for me. You know, that's somebody that really loves me, or, you know, wants to see me do great.
That's a great point.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just, I think it's the little things that you have to see in different people. And it's like, damn, this man to drive across the island at 3:00 in the morning to come get me. Yeah. Rather than, you know, call me an Uber. You know, that both of them still love, but it's like, hey, I don't mind getting up out my bed to go, you know, get you. across the island. You know what I'm saying? It's just like small things like that.
Yeah, that's a great point. Huh. Because I think about that sometimes of kind of, I feel like it might be difficult for me sometimes. I don't know about if you're listening to this, I don't know if it's the same for you. I don't know if it's the same for you.
Right.
I feel like it might be difficult for me sometimes to reconcile my own beliefs and thoughts of a person versus then kind of removing myself from the situation and being like, oh, okay, so these people who I spend most of my time with, like, or this in the past, the people who I have, or this person X, Y, Z who I work with, who I contact, like looking at the kind of level of like value I hold to that person, but then asking the question of how does that relate to how much of myself am I going to allow to not be reciprocated in the situations where maybe this person doesn't care for me as much as this person,
right,
but maybe I care for this person more than that person, you know?
That's tough.
It's tough.
I'm not gonna lie, that's real tough. And I'm not gonna lie, I came into contact with a couple of people or a situation like that.
Really?
That's tough though. Yeah. I mean, at some point, maybe you just have to like back away from certain things that you do with one person, but you know, I think the person that's actually doing a lot for you or more than what the person you really love is doing is like, hey, put them in the same category and you kind of just love both of them. I don't know, you know. Yeah. But no, that's hard. That's hard right there.
It's a tough one. I don't have enough life experience to be able to.
I don't either, bro. That's all I got for you right there. That's all.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, how can you not show love to the people who show you love, you know?
Most definitely.
That shit is like, yeah. It's eye-opening. It really is. One of the questions that's been popping up in my mind a couple times is, what does your support look like?
Support group. I think I have a good support group. I'm laughing because, bro, my music actually really started popping for real. Like I got noticed in Jacksonville, but out here is really when it really started popping because, you know, I did my first music video out here. Yeah. You know, I dropped like 3 tapes out here. So, I mean, the support so far has been good. Like I go to shows, you know, have a couple of shows and the people really fuck with it, you know. As far as the listeners, everybody really fuck with it, you know. I accept criticism as it come, you know, but everything that I got so far, it's been positive and, you know, that it been pushing me, you know, to do more. Most definitely. So
that sounds like fan support.
Yeah.
What does like
for
you, the
family support.
Yeah, for Capone.
Okay.
When you that type.
So I'm talking about like I'm dropping a tape and the family told me they already listened to it and I didn't know they listened to it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But they don't have to tell me they listened to it. I just know, you know, they listen to it because it's, you know, it's family.
Yeah.
But situations like that, you know, I remember my latest tape that I dropped, I hit my family up because they didn't really give me no feedback off of it. You know, sometimes I just be wanting feedback. So I let them, you know, did y'all listen to the tape? They was like, yeah, we all listened to it in the room together. Like we literally sat in the living room and listened to your tape. I was like, oh, that's what's up. Yeah. So they was like, yeah, we already, you know, we like it. You know, if it was something that we didn't like, we'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? So it's, brother, support is there. You know, I got people. My little brother, girl, family, his whole family is like Hawaiian. You know what I'm saying? So they all playing the songs in the car. I got people from overseas that's still playing my songs. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty lit when I see that. So I think the support is there. It's pretty good. Yeah, I would want it to be bigger though. You know, as far as more support, but I don't complain about much. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the support I got now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I'm curious, because I feel one way. Can you describe the type of emotion it makes you feel, or whatever it makes you feel when you have like stranger support? So that circle support,
Mm-hmm.
that's what keeps us going, you know, like having that support, having those people, those love, that family,
Right.
you know. But then, yeah, the stranger support. When you see something that's like, I don't know, whether it be somebody who doesn't know you, you look at their account, it's like no connections,
Right.
nothing, maybe, and they're supporting in some way. What is that like?
It's crazy because, bro, the first thing that popped in my head, like, how the fuck did my music get to Africa? But then again, I forgot I do drop on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's like how they come across my music. But at the end of the day, it don't matter. They came across it, and they listening to it. You know what I'm saying? It's so if different artists, we have like the Apple Music artist thing or the Spotify artist, so you can see where all your streams are coming from, bro. When I tell you, I got like, and I'm not trying to be, you know, brag or nothing like, but this goes back to what you asked me, bro. I got listeners from Africa, fucking Thailand, bro, Philippines. It's crazy. It's some countries on there I don't even know. I can't even pronounce. But when I see stuff like that, like it's like, damn, bro, that's all I really want is my music to go worldwide. Yeah. You know, regardless of like how much incomes it brings, because right now in life I'm happy. Mm-hmm. I'm really happy in life where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? If money come, of course I'm gonna be even more happy. But right now I'm happy in life. So the type of, I think the impact my music makes on people, and it's actually getting out to different countries and across the world, bro, that shit brings joy. And, you know, I feel like I'm not, you know, doing anything wrong by, you know, what I'm doing. So I feel like I'm on the right path. I'll just keep pushing that. And once I see the streams going up, I'm like, I'm really touching somebody else, you know, heart or soul when they listen.
So you say you say you're happy and you feel like you're on the right path. Right. Where do you see that path heading?
Bro, it's crazy. I was just talking to 2K about this, bro. Shout out 2K too.
Shout out.
No, we was talking because I was telling him, I'm about to go down the rabbit hole just for a little while. I'm gonna come back on point. We was talking because I was telling him, it feels like this man not even in the military. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he's consistent with his music, and it's like you would think he's not even in the military, bro. Because it's like, goddamn, bro, you really. Cause I was like, if I can be on your level, you know, I think I'll be, you know, a little bit, you know, bigger, you know, like big like him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like the, hold on, you asked like what can I do?
So the path that you said you feel like you're going down the right path,
right?
Where does that path go?
Okay, so more, if I'm still in the military, more consistent with my music. I think my biggest goal with me making music is just trying to get my music worldwide, just trying to like reach people for real, just so they can hear my sound. Yeah. And so it can make an impact on them. Like it don't matter what genre it is. Like if you can at least relate to one song that I have, bro, that's all that matters. And just save it and you just play it anytime you want to. Yeah. That's all that matters to me. So I think it's just reaching somebody to where they can relate to my music, you know. I think that's the path I'm trying to go on, trying to just relate to the world pretty much.
Interesting. That's funny that you say that, because when you were talking, you said two things that made me want to ask that question. You said somebody in Africa, somebody in Philippines saw it, somebody in countries I don't know saw it, and you said that's all I'm trying to do. And then you said I feel like I'm walking down the right path. And each of those I was like, interesting. So that's interesting. That's consistent. Because, Yeah, 2K Kenny's a great guy. He's a fucking hustler.
Most definitely.
He's clean, professional, always working hard. Yeah, that's so impressive.
Yeah, that's my boy.
So what makes you? Where does that kind of come from? That drive of wow, I'm having a stroke right now. Wanting to have the ability to let people relate to your music all across the world. Where do you think that comes from?
It's the passion. Because like I said, bro, it's not even about the money. Like, I'm happy in life to just know, like, with, like, financially wise. Yeah. But as far as, like, making people, like, if I can get on the stage and it's like millions, not millions, but thousands of people like rocking out to my song, bro, how would that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Or if you got millions of people watching your videos, it's like, damn, they actually pay attention to me. I think I feel love by giving love. Yeah. Pretty much. So yeah.
So do you think it's being from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Do you think you could ever is it the type of thing where growing up you could never have like a normal job or something like that, where you always felt like you wanted to like achieve something greater?
Right.
Is it that type of thing? Because not most people have the desire to, and the drive to, and the work towards a goal like that.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I think it's just depend on the person, like what type of person you are. Everybody have different goals in life. You got some people that want to be great at a 9 to 5. You got some people, want to be the greatest ballerina. You know what I'm saying? You just got different things. But I think when just being from my city and just knowing like the people that came out my city, it's a lot of great people. Just being one of those people, having a name in that crowd, you know what I'm saying, and actually being able to say like, hey, that that man Capone has some good music. That he's from Atlanta, like he's one of the Atlanta greats. You know what I'm saying? So just being a person, that I can try to work my way of being called one of the greats without like I said, money being involved. That's just money is gonna come with it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like just touching souls and having everybody listen to my music, that's just one of the goals that I have in music.
Yeah.
But as far as Atlanta, bro, coming out of Atlanta, I don't think that's like, because there's a lot of people in Atlanta that do try to get on the path to where they don't have a 9 to 5, or that's like a stereotype. Like, you got a 9 to 5, you kind of like, bro, you know what I'm saying? But no, I think it just depends on the person, honestly.
Yeah. So 2018, first studio session. How long did it take from that point for that dream to kind of like be realized, where it's like, okay, maybe subconsciously it happened first, where it's like, I want to be able to share this with the entire world. I want everybody, worldwide.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that, because when I first started recording, I was like, bro, this shit not good. Like,
really?
Yeah, I'm just recording, but I like how I sound, but I don't know if somebody else is gonna like how I sound. Yeah. But I think after a while it was just like, I love doing this, so I'm gonna keep doing it regardless how somebody else feel. I'm not finna let nobody else stop me. And I want to share this music. So the only thing that's gonna stop me is me, pretty much. Like me getting in my head saying, okay, I don't want to share my music because I don't think it's good. Yeah. But regardless, if I like it or not, or what else anybody else think, I'm gonna share this music regardless. And I'm gonna keep sharing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And whoever come along for the ride, come along, type shit. Yeah. But I think after 2018, bro, it's just, it didn't really take no time, because I kind of like fell in love with the studio after that. Just being in the studio, just seeing how to work, and then I actually fell more in love with it when I started doing it myself. Actually being hands on with it.
Yeah, getting up into it.
Right. Yeah.
So, one of the things that from time to time pops up into my head is the arbitrary question of like, am I going to be doing this forever? And like, think about the future all the time. I feel like a lot of people do. Where's the money going to come from? Am I happy doing this? Will I be happy doing this in 5 years? Whatever. A lot of those questions don't matter, just because it's just live day to day.
Right.
But yeah, one of the questions that pops in my mind is like, will I be doing this forever? Will there ever come a point when I want something different? Do you ever think about that? Or do you think like, this is something you'll want to do forever? Does that question ever pop in your mind?
Well, let me ask you, what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
Like, or are you doing it for, like, we can say, are you doing it for the money, or are you doing it for because that's what you love? If you're doing it, if somebody that has a career is going to do it for a long time. Somebody that has a job is just doing it to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like I love doing music. So this probably can, if I might not be recording until like I'm 50, but I might be in the studio still just because that's what I love. You know what I'm saying? But I think it just depends on what you're doing it for.
Yeah, I can tell that from your answer to that. I can tell that you've thought about it like that, because it always comes back to that. It's like, all right, so really, I had to realistically at some point change my what's the right word? Change how I viewed it and make sure I never get caught up in the pitfall of like, where are my dreams aimed at, you know?
Right.
Like, be realistic with myself sometimes and be like, all right, my position in life right now, am I doing this because I love it? Am I doing this because I want to never have to worry about money again? Am I doing this because I want to be famous? Shit like that.
Right.
I feel like there's been times definitely when I've had to sit down and answer that question for myself, be like, what are my priorities? That's the word, priorities. You said it too. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think having a love for something, it just bring longevity. You know, now doing it for the money, it could be longevity, just depending on how good you at doing, I guess, what you're doing. But having actually passion and love for it, bro, that's like longevity that you can, you know, you can pass generations to generations for real, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's such a big rabbit hole we could go down into, is
most definitely
just the whole topic of passion versus pursuing money, you know, career to live, how to pay the bills, and every little facet, is facet the right word, or your life, or like every little avenue of your life that bleeds into. Because then once you get into the trap of you're chasing money, then it
don't even become fun anymore. Like, it's just like, okay, I gotta go do this, you know what I'm saying? It don't even become fun anymore. But teachers on the
Stood said it best on episode a while ago. He said, if you don't love it, you should be done with it. Just so true. Yeah, man. So do you ever like struggle with that, with your priorities with this?
Like, just like my goals pretty much in music, nah, I don't think so, because I don't think I'm big enough to where I have to start doing that, because I really only have one focus right now, is just make music, honestly. It's really no struggle. That's just off passion. But I think once it gets more into like, I'm really making a lot of money and having to, you know, go down different avenues, probably, you know what I'm saying? But right now, nah, the priorities is straight right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, that's always been one of the things I've had to catch myself up on, is especially like just realizing why I'm doing what I'm doing on the day to day, you know? Because then at the end of the day, if my goal, whether my goal be what sometimes I've fallen into is a short-term goal of like, okay, I need to set good structure in place and good shit like that so I can be productive. Because sometimes I've caught myself where that is like my only goal, is just working as much as I can and being as productive as I can. And then I kind of even like might slip away from the passion of it in order to do that, which is like in that in itself, being productive, kind of aimed at being successful.
Now,
you know?
Now it's crazy though that you was talking about what you were just talking about, because I always say it's not even about the money, but at the same time, sometimes the money can stop me from my goal. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, things require money. You know, and if it's not like, if it might take a longer time for me to reach my goals, if, you know, without having the right money in place type shit. You know what I'm saying? But
especially as with videography, music videos, interviews, everything that I've found, projects, whatever, is as I've ramped up, the money has become more important, and just even if it's just figuring out how to be more financially sound.
Yeah.
And then also business minded, because I'm not very good with a business mindset, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So it's whatever. It's just figuring it out, you know.
You're learning, bro. You're gonna learn. I feel like you're gonna learn, dog.
I'm trying to. That's probably one of the toughest things well, especially because it wasn't really a priority for the longest time, because I had so much to learn about camera settings, lighting setups, this, that. Yeah. But then as I've learned that more and been more confident in those, it's just every day there's something new to learn, which is part of the fun. I really enjoy learning.
Right. Because once you learn it, you be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. And you be like, that's hard.
Yeah, and then looking back and seeing the progress you've made when you do learn like that, oh, God, it's just so nice. All right, I'm going to switch the camera batteries out real quick. All right. And then we're back in it.
We're back.
So, Capone, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Where do you feel like in terms of your music career, your engineering, everything, where do you feel like what's your outlook on your skill level right now?
I ain't even make it yet, bro. I'm like, you want me to rate it from like 1 to 10?
If you want to do that, you don't have to though. You don't have to. Yeah,
I can do my engineer skills, because that's just like I'm still learning. I would say like at a 2, because you know I got a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of things that I didn't even discover yet.
Yeah,
but I'm just making it to where I can release music.
And I'm guessing that's in reference to like the best of the best, I'm sure.
Pretty much, yeah. Like professional, like you go to a professional studio and they have an actual engineer that's doing all the engineering. Yeah, most definitely.
So it was Suit or Suits? Suit.
Yeah.
All right. Did you mix that?
I didn't.
Who was that?
So that was Bobby, the engineer. He's actually from here. He's So I first started working with him, I want to say 2020, when I first got out here. And pretty much majority of my tapes that I made, it's only like, I think it's only like 2 tapes that I put out that he didn't mix, but
okay, yeah.
Everything else, songs and everything he did.
Yeah.
So that was all done in the studio, but when I, figured that I can do it on my own, because this is like, all I got to do is put the work in. Everything else came from me.
Yeah. What do you think your biggest like barrier or roadblock is to you improving your skill?
I think trying to find is trying to keep pushing myself or get over. I would say trying to be consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to try to be consistent with, having another job. But it's kind of not hard, because all I got to do is do it. It just depends on how much work I want to put in and how late I want to work.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest barrier, just me being consistent with my music while having another job, honestly.
Yeah, no, I can't tell you how much I relate to that.
Yeah.
What is the biggest thing that keeps you from being consistent?
Laziness.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can be lazy. Like I can be sitting on the couch watching TV when I can just be working or learning something new. You know what I'm saying? Or, I'd rather go out at night rather than being home recording and putting stuff together for my music, thinking, writing down ideas. Just different things like that. Which I catch up on time like that. But if I do it earlier, it'll save me time and it'll be a better outcome. I feel like.
Do it earlier, like
start prepping early, pretty much. So like I'm planning on releasing a couple music videos, and I have another tape that I want to, a couple more tapes that I want to drop soon. So it's just like prepping for that. And then like for music videos, I got to get the people, I got to get the scenes, I got to get what I want to use. Like if I want to use a car, I feel like if I was to go 100% just that, then it would be, I feel like it would have come earlier. It wouldn't be such a wait for for the music. Yeah.
It's interesting that you say laziness. Most people wouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like most people would probably hear that and subconsciously, or whether they can admit it to themselves or not, be like, yeah, same.
Yeah.
But so my thing on that is that's such like a trigger word. It's like it's like if you say laziness as an answer to that question, it's like, what is this whole profession about? What are the top the like the legends? What do they preach? It's like grinding, you know?
Right.
Like, would Kobe ever say lazy or something like that? He's probably the fucking like hardest worker, like one of the hardest workers that this generation knows.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
My thoughts on that are, I kind of stopped saying that I was being lazy, and with me, at some point somebody pointed it out to me, or I saw it on some reel, some bullshit like that.
Right.
That laziness usually doesn't come from laziness, and it was a way of, I don't know. For me, it was tough because I had to look at the fact of like, okay, like I'm blaming myself for being lazy, but what's the real issue? Because usually what people just want to feel good, I feel like. And I'm gonna go down a little bit of a tangent here, and then you can tell me if you agree, disagree.
Okay.
Because I'm not the smartest, so there's a high chance that it's some bullshit.
I got you.
But I feel like laziness isn't usually actually laziness, in that it's more of a, it looks like laziness, but maybe caused by something else. Because for me, the issue was like most people, I want to feel good.
Right.
I want to feel happy. I want to feel okay, you know, not anxious about shit like that. So sometimes I would not work on shit. Like I'd get home and I'm tired from work, like you said, working a 9 to 5,
right,
working full time. That shit is tough. That takes your energy.
Right.
So maybe I'd get home and I know that I should sit down and edit. I know that I should sit down and plan with people, hit people up to start projects,
right,
you know, move something along.
Right.
But then I don't feel like it. And I'm like, I think tonight I'm just going to watch some shit, or like, you know,
chill out, right?
Yeah, chill out.
Yeah.
And then for the longest time, I would like hate myself for that. Be like, what the fuck? Like I have goals that are so big, I don't tell them to people because it's like, I feel like I'm not doing enough for them, and I feel like I couldn't convey how big they really are, how big the emotional drive behind them is.
Yeah. And
I feel like, I don't know.
I most definitely agree with you on that part. About you kind of see it as it's not being lazy. It's the stuff that factor in that make you lazy. Like you tired. Like, yeah, I be tired getting home because I try to go to work, after that shoot to the gym, and then I get home like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, bro. All I want to do is eat, take a shower, go to sleep, and then start my day over. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's if it's something that if we really want to work towards, you know, being great at one day, I think that's just something that we have to fit the time in. Yeah. You know, just say fuck it. I'm all in for it, because it's no reason to start something and not go all in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's something I'm fighting myself on. You know, I just gotta sometimes just say fuck it. I might be tired, but that's just something I gotta just push through.
The two things that have helped me the most is, one, from the beginning, I've seen it so many places that, one, it's long term what matters. I don't know why this stuck so much with me, but years ago I saw, it was the first time I'd ever seen like a picture like it, and now I've seen a bunch floating around, but it's like what you think you can accomplish in a year, super tall, and then it's like what you can realistically accomplish in like 10 years, and it was way taller. But it's like I feel like it's working between short-term expectations and then going back to that, if you love something and you love doing it, then it's going to come back. Even though like personal life really affects everything. Personal life affects your career life so much. Yep. Figuring out how to make yourself content and happy and like Because if you're not happy, you're not going to put full effort
at all. Because why would you be sad and doing something? You know what I'm saying? If it's not making you happy, right? And that go back. They just doing it for the money. That's that 9 to 5. They're not even happy doing it. They just doing it because it's making ends meet.
Yeah. And then I feel like it doesn't help where we're constantly bombarded by the need to be perfect, to where if we do, I've had to work and I still don't know, like, I'm slowly over time, I'm building it up better, but not beating myself up for shit like that. Because then once I do that, not even for, like, I used to, when I would hear that, people say, don't beat yourself up over it. Right. Subconsciously, I think you used to be like, yeah, but that's bullshit. I hold myself to a higher standard.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I think over time I've realized a little, it's not about being okay with messing up. For me, it's understanding that for me, the fastest route to get back on track is to be content with understanding it happened, whatever period of delay, whatever period of not working, however long it was.
Yeah.
Be it 10 minutes in a break, be it 6 months of doing absolutely nothing, be it a year of being so unproductive. Mm-hmm. How can I make myself get to the point where the past just does not affect me? And if I'm beating myself up for it, that is still in the picture. And it's like, for me, I had to realize, okay, it's not about me not beating myself doesn't mean that I'm okay with not doing work. For me, it means that I am the type of person who I want to be the type of person who just doesn't hold on to it so I can move forward, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you find yourself beating yourself up?
Honestly, I don't. Maybe I need to. So shit, I can actually, I guess, push myself more. I kind of don't beat myself up.
Yeah.
Just because I already know, like, it's gonna get done one way or another. It was just how I get done and when it get done. You know what I'm saying? But I try not to beat myself up on things like that. But as far as, like, maybe it's like, damn, I wasted some time, because time is like the most precious thing that you can like cherish. But maybe, you know, sometimes I can be like, bro, I could have did something on that time, but, you know, forget it. I'm gonna get it back. You know, I'm gonna do it. So now I try not to beat myself. I think that'll just bring stress. You know, stress that, you know, us as human beings don't need in life. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that you always gonna have time to do something. Because sometimes we waste time and don't even notice it. But at the end of the day, as long as you get what you're supposed to get done, I feel like, you know, you should be happy and you should be good.
Yeah. So the concept of us being creatives, artists, you know, creators of whatever, XYZ, that mixing with a person who is a person. How do those two interact for you? How do you view the interaction of those two?
Of being a creator and...
Yeah, of being an artist.
Yeah.
And then being a person.
Just... That's a hard... I mean, we was just kind of... I think this goes to relating to what we was just talking about. Just being yourself, you know, 100% of the time, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Just being yourself, because it's really hard being an artist, especially when you start growing and you start getting those cameras on you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. When you start getting those cameras and you don't know how to, you know, kind of like be yourself in front of the cameras, that shit is hard. And we was talking about, like, the promotion teams and, you know, all of that. But it's as far as, like, being an artist and an individual, just being loyal and just sticking to what you believe in as an artist and as an individual. Don't try to change up for nothing, and stay true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to change for a crowd, or don't try to change for a label. If you are signed, don't try to change for anybody. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you do have is yourself. You know, if you lose yourself, then you're gonna start doing shit that you never think you would. You'll become a person that you never thought you would become. You know what I'm saying? So, and we in the industry where that you can lose yourself very quickly.
Yeah.
With the fame that comes, and the people hyping your head up, just different things that come with the industry life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Once that, like, whatever it may be, adrenaline, if you have a new experience where you're finally for the first time you feel success.
Right. Now you get into your head, you can see that, like, now you can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? But just staying on that right path, bro, being true to yourself and being yourself at all times, bro. I think that's the biggest way to, as being an artist and a person, that's how you can keep those content. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely.
A big something that took me a while to learn was how, when I'm doing like behind the scenes work and shit like that, how figuring out myself as a person, like my personal growth, is hand in hand with my career, skill, technical, creative growth. Because I always kind of viewed them as separately, because I loved videography and I loved shooting music videos and everything. So I would put so much time and effort into that while neglecting my personal growth.
Right.
And then it took me a while to realize, like, a lot of the times while I was experiencing a stoppage in career growth because of that, it took me a while to kind of be like, oh shit, if I could get my personal growth on track to match it, then that might help.
Most def.
So did you ever how long did it take you for you to get comfortable, like, in front of a camera, in front of a crowd?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. My first show, bro, that shit was hectic, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was hectic as hell. Yeah, I had to, like, I'm not gonna lie, I took a couple shots. I'm like, bro, let me calm down. You know what I'm saying? But you still get the jitteries when you still up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, bro, I probably was in front of like 50 people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
not nothing.
That's not nothing, but at the same time, it's different. Like, when you looking at somebody performing and when you performing, actually, this is my first real. Well, no, this is like my second interview.
Yeah.
But as far as performing, bro, yeah, like, that shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was. But I had support from family. They was up there on stage with me, so they kind of made it easier. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time though. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel on stage now?
Oh, it's just it's more like I'm sharing my music with people. It'll be more like if we come in a group and I'm just we speaking, you know what I'm saying? But now it's just like I'm coming to a stage and I'm just delivering my music to you in the best shape I can, to get you entertained. But now it's more like I get on there and just rock out, just have fun.
Yeah.
It's more about the crowd. I know my music, but it's more about getting the crowd involved. So I think that's my biggest thing when I get up there, is just trying to get the crowd involved. But now it's smooth. It's smooth.
Yeah.
I still take me a couple of shots before get lit with the crowd and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's earlier we were talking about kind of, we were in the break, we were on like a big tangent of being real and just being authentic, not how that relates to image from like marketing team, branding, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that I try and keep in mind, is if in an underground scene, if I have somebody who is like their first interview or they haven't been doing it long, they aren't used to being on stage. Mm-hmm. I try and keep that in mind, because that's valid. You gotta learn to be comfortable in front of a camera. Right. Everybody does. Right, so I can't hate on people for that. But yeah, what do you think your favorite thing that comes along with doing this?
I think actually just recording and stuff like that. That's really my favorite thing, because I never know. I started shying away from writing music, actually writing down my lyrics, just because when I actually got my equipment, I just go in there and I record on how I feel. Yeah. And I never know what direction I'm going in, but I know this shit gonna come out hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just finna jump on any beat and just be like, okay, I'm just finna record. So when I go through my whole process of picking my beats, recording on the beats, and doing the engineer, I just know, like, somebody gonna like this, or I know I'm gonna like it, somebody else gonna like it. Yeah. So I think that's the best thing I like about the process, is the recording process. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you would write down your lyrics, you would just play the song on repeat? Yeah, so I just, either have it on the speaker in my headphones, just play it over and write. pause it right, start it back over, read it and or rap it while the beat is playing, and then, that little process, yeah.
Yeah. So I won't lie. I feel like you have, of everybody I've interviewed, you probably have one of the most advanced, like, outlooks on this.
Right.
As in terms of, like, personal views and personal kind of practices with this. What do you suggest for any artist, any creative who's listening to this right now, to values? What do you suggest are the best values for somebody who's pursuing this type of career to have?
Like we said, go back to, bro, don't get lost in the industry, or don't get lost with what comes with it. Wherever you started from, elevate, but make sure you keep your same, personality. You keep the people that's around you. Don't treat them wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you start blowing up, you take them with you. Stay true to yourself. Going back to being God-fearing, all of that good stuff. I think it's just like, remember where you came from, most definitely. I think that's like the biggest thing. Just remember where you came from, and don't forget about that. But you know what I'm saying? Still progress in life and with your music and everything, but just remember where you came from.
Yeah. So where do you draw, or where do you feel like it comes from, inspiration?
From my music? Bro, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta, bro. It's we got so many different sounds in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the years, you got like Outkast. That was one sound. You got trap, like Gucci Man. You know what I'm saying? That's another sound. So I think it's just everything that came from out the South, really. It's just like this down South music.
Yeah.
And especially when like Young Thug came out, bro, that was a different sound. So it's like we getting so many different sounds, but they all still got that trap sound, or still got that groove from Atlanta. So I think it was all those different sounds bunched in one that kind of inspired me, and then me knowing that I can do it too. It was all of that.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And then what do you feel like are your biggest strengths when you consider the whole, like, concept of you?
My biggest strength?
Yeah.
I can say, as far as just me as a person, keeping people together that's in the family. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, keeping us as real in a group together as we can. Not letting nobody veer off and get lost in somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just keeping everybody sane and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And just inspiring the people that's around me. Also, not saying like I'm like an OG or nothing like that. I'm not saying that at all. So don't like misconstrue that. But I'm just like, as the energy and as the personality that I bring to, the people that's around me, just inspiring them and motivating them that we all can do the same thing and be big on the same level. You know what I'm saying? It's just it takes work from the individual, but at the same time they let them know I'm not gonna let them veer off into where they get lost at.
Yeah. You think you're an extrovert?
A little bit, bro. I think I'm introvert and extrovert, because sometimes I just be wanting to chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be outside for real, but at the same time, bro, I come in contact with a lot of people that I'm just cool with, type shit, and when I'm outside, bro, I'm outside, with the guys, type shit.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in the middle, bro. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is such a crucial element to being able to work with a group of people and collaborate with them. Is, like you said, like, I feel like it just comes down to being like a good person.
Yeah.
Like, if people just enjoy working with you, I feel like it naturally just, it just helps bring a group together.
But it's not even like on the work aspect, because we can forget about work. It's just like being a good human being, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's on that level, so that when you like a good human being, bro, it's just like it makes working easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it makes people want to actually work. Yeah. Type shit. That's why people come on.
Yeah, that's why people say networking is so important, because you could be amazing, so talented,
right.
like piece of paper, what you're bringing to this project is amazing, but then like whoever maybe is putting together that project, why would they not go with somebody who they know they can work with well and they enjoy? It just makes them happy to work with that person, hanging out. I feel like that's overlooked, you know? The
networking pieces of it?
Well, just overlooking the fact that, like, that maybe just being a good person and just being enjoyable to be around is sometimes overlooked, you know?
Right, yeah. But I think everybody got different personalities, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to find yourself.
That's true.
And, you know, find the crowd that's good for you, or, you know, good around you or whatever.
That's a good point.
Everybody not built the same type shit.
Yeah, that is valid. And that goes again, like you were saying, like no matter who you're around, just being you. Yeah. Being the real definitely. You.
That's the biggest thing, bro. You gonna, outside of just like music or whatever you do that you love doing, or just being a good person, bro, you just gonna want to have people just gonna want to be around you for real. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna have a lot of loyal people around you. Some people that's not even loyal but still look up to you. Yeah. You know, just most definitely.
Yeah. Well, man, we'll start to wrap it up. So, thank you so much for your time
bro,
tonight.
I appreciate you, dog.
It was a great time.
Yes, sir.
The last two things I always ask. One, if you had any message, any wise last words or anything like that to leave everybody off with.
Don't be a simp and don't be like, just saying. And go back to, bro, we've been talking about it the whole interview. Just be yourself, bro. Be yourself. Hey, people gonna accept who you are when you just yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you not yourself and you show a side that you really not around people, but then when you get around a certain crowd, you acting different, it's kind of iffy. Yeah. Now you playing with, do I really trust this person, or is loyalty? Regardless of what you do in life, bro, keep your same personality, keep being you, and just try to be the greatest you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
And then, you did make a good point though. I know that's the second to last question, but yeah, what you said about being genuine, and then if they like you if they like you for being you, you found people. Right. But if they don't, that's okay. And you know,
most definitely,
it's just not meant to pushing. Be. Most definitely, that's a great point right there, I think. And then finally, for anybody who may be driving, anything like that, not on their phone right now, could you say all your social media handles, everywhere to find you?
Most def. So Instagram is 6.fmcap. I don't currently have a Twitter. I don't think so. Snapchat is just FM Capone. FM Capone, Capone. YouTube is, you can just look me up, Fat Money Capone, or W'_Capone. On Apple Music is W'_Capone. Spotify is all the same.
And Spotify is W'_Capone.
Capone, yep. No spaces, just W'_Capone, and that's it. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much for your time tonight, man. I appreciate everything.
Yes,
I hope you listening to this, watching this, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Drive safe wherever you are, if you're driving right now. And yeah, have a good day.
Peace out.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Yes, sir. That's love, bro.